Ever wonder if ancient civilizations knew secrets about the cosmos that we've only just read? Deep within the jungles of Mesoamerica, a civilization once mapped the heavens with breathtaking precision. This is the story of the lost astronomy of the Maya. Imagine a world without light pollution, where the night sky is a river of diamonds. From the tops of towering pyramids in cities like Tikal and Chichen Itza, Maya priests didn't just see stars, they saw a cosmic serpent, the Milky Way, twisting across the heavens. They believed the universe was a sacred book, and the movements of the planets were messages from the gods, dictating the fates of kings and kingdoms. Long before Galileo pointed his telescope toward the heavens, the Maya were charting the cosmos with their naked eyes. They were particularly obsessed with Venus. To them, it wasn't just a bright dot in the sky. It was the sun's powerful twin, a symbol of war, life, and death. They tracked its journey so accurately that they could predict its appearance years in advance. Think about that, an entire society scheduling its most important events, even wars, based on the rising of a single planet. Their observatories weren't labs filled with strange equipment. They were magnificent temples. The famous El Caracol, or the snail, in Chichen Itza, is a perfect example. Its spiral staircase and narrow windows aren't just beautiful architecture. They're precisely aligned to track the paths of Venus, the sun, and the moon. For the Maya, science and spirituality were one and the same. To observe the sky was to have a conversation with the divine. And then there's their calendar. It's one of the most sophisticated timekeeping systems ever created. It wasn't just one calendar, but a complex web of interlocking cycles. Teri was the 260-day sacred calendar, the Tucan, and the 365-day solar calendar, the Hob. But the most mind-blowing was the long count, a calendar that spanned thousands of years, tracking vast cosmic ages. It reflected their belief that time wasn't a straight line, but an eternal, repeating cycle of creation and destruction. Let's talk about accuracy. Centuries before European astronomers, the Maya had calculated the length of a solar year too within a few thousandths of a day. They predicted solar and lunar eclipses with startling precision. They mapped the movements of Mars and Jupiter. This incredible knowledge wasn't stored on hard drives. It was meticulously carved into stone stele, painted onto bark paper books called codices, and woven into sacred rituals. So, where did all this knowledge go? The tragedy is that most of it was deliberately destroyed. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 16th century, they saw the Maya sacred books as works of the devil. In their mission to convert the Maya, they burned countless codices in massive bonfires. Of the thousands that once existed, only 4 are known to have survived: the Dresden, Madrid, Paris, and the more recently discovered Grolier Codex. These fragile documents are our last direct link to their lost science, filled with astronomical tables, prophecies, and celestial charts. But the flame of their knowledge wasn't extinguished completely. It flickers on. Agro, SS. The Yucatan Peninsula today, the descendants of the ancient Maya, still live by the rhythms of the sun and moon. They plant their crops and hold their ceremonies according to the same cosmic cycles their ancestors honored. The wisdom survived, passed down not in books, but through tradition, and the stones themselves still speak. Every year, during the spring and autumn equinoxes, a magical event unfolds at the Temple of Kukulkan in Chichen Itza. As the sun sets, a shadow in the shape of a serpent appears to slither down the pyramid's grand staircase. This isn't a coincidence. It's a deliberate act of architectural genius, a calendar, built of light and stone, proving that the temple itself was a celestial clock. Today, we're finally beginning to piece together this incredible puzzle. Using modern technology, like satellite imaging and 3D modeling, archaeologists are discovering that entire Maya cities were built as cosmic maps. Temples are aligned with the rising of Venus, plazas mirror constellations, and pyramids act as giant sundials, marking the solstices and equinoxes. The precision is staggering and forces us to reconsider what we thought we knew about ancient peoples. The lost astronomy of the Maya teaches us a profound lesson. It reminds us that looking at the stars can be both a scientific and a spiritual act. For them, the universe wasn't a cold, empty void to be measured. It was a living, breathing entity to be revered. Each star told a story. Each eclipse was a divine message, and every sunrise was a renewal of a sacred cosmic contract. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, take a moment. The same stars you see once guided an entire civilization. The Maya cities may have been swallowed by the jungle, and their books turned to ash, but their legacy of wonder is written in the sky itself. It lives on in the eternal dance of the planets and the silent, mathematical precision of the universe. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as I do, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the mysteries of the past. See you next time.